Hello, everyone, and welcome here to Nixa Baseball Field here in Nixa, Missouri. Nixa Eagles taking on Springdale Har-Ber. Going to be a good one. Jackson Gamble on the mound for the Eagles today, and a little bit of change in the field. Behind the plate, Tyler Yonkers at first base will be Adam McKnight, Parker Mann at second. Caden Cloud, shortstop, Cam Miller, third base. And in left field, making return from injury is Max Nickel, White Vincent in center field, and Caleb Jones in right. Helvo and Aiden Hawkins alongside my partner, Brady Richard. These two teams are really good baseball programs, and this game's going to be a hard-fought one. Last time these two teams met up was last year. It was on the road, and Gamble actually pitched that one, and Eagles came out on top with a score of 5-4. Looking at something similar here. First pitch from Gamble is called a strike. Eagles on a 2-game losing streak, fell to Marshfield here the other day, and fell to Willard Tuesday night.
And I think that first pitch strike is important for Gamble. The last 2 games, the pitching, they just haven't really been dominant. They've been missing their spots, but they're setting the tone early is what they need.
That one swung on, lifted to right field. Caleb Jones getting under it, moving in and makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Aiden Evans with 1 out, nobody on.
Next up for Har-Ber, number 21, Aiden Evans.
Jones getting used to that right field just a little bit more as he makes the first out of the day.
Yeah, and one person I'm excited to watch tonight is Adam McKnight there at first base. Obviously, we're used to him playing right field, but just moving up one spot on the field. We'll see how he fares there tonight. 1
out pitch from Gamble, swinging a miss, strike 1. And Gamble has just been, he's been fun to watch all season.
Yeah, 11 strikeouts last game against Republic.
Yes.
Yeah, he was absolutely dominant there. And right now, I mean, he looks like he's hitting his spots early. There, he gets another swing and miss. So if he can be dominant on the mound tonight, and this Eagles hitting can finally wake up from this 2-game slump they're in, it can be a good game for them.
Yeah, the Eagles' offense has been struggling a little bit lately. As that 0-2 pitch is swung on for the first strikeout of the day, a 3-pitch strikeout that is, and first one of the day for Gamble. But like we mentioned, it goes from a team that was averaging close to 10 runs a game. Now they score 1 run each of those games, and that's just not what you want to see at the plate. I mean, because pitching hasn't been horrible. I mean, you go against the Class 5 defending state champions. You give up only 4 runs pitching-wise. You only score 1 with 1 hit, and that 1 hit came in the last inning of the game. In Marshfield, you had a lot of hits. You had a lot of opportunities, but just didn't convert, and they fell 6-1. So their inability to score runs right now is their problem about losing games, not only pitching, because even if you pitch well, it's hard to win a game with only 1 run.
Yeah, and you're talking about pitching against Willard. I mean, they don't let up a lot of hits against Willard, but I think the walks is really what killed them. They had 10 that game, and I mean, if you let up 10 walks, it's just you're not really going to have a good chance of winning the game.
Cloud fields the high chopper and throws it over to McKnight for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, heading to the bottom of the first. So changes in the field for the Eagles, but no changes at the top of the batting order. Vincent Cloud, McKnight due up in the bottom of the first. Gamble batting fourth, Yonkers fifth. Kim Miller will be sixth, and Max Nickel will slide in at 7. Jones will be 8, and Parkman will be 9. First pitch to Vincent, swung on, lifted, shallow left field. Shortstop makes the catch for out number 1. I thought it was going to carry out a little bit there, okay? It looked like it was moving out, and then it stayed in. The wind is blowing in today, so... Hey, even if it is shallow left field, shortstop still moved back in the grass. So, Blanche is giving me a piece of his mind right now. That one swung and lifted to left field. At the wall. Goodbye. Caden Cloud gets the Eagles on the board here in the bottom of the first.
And it's a home run.
And first pitch swinging and first pitch crushing. He sends that one to left field. And you can kiss that one goodbye. I think as soon as he swung that bat, he knew that one was gone. And he gets the game going. Good for the Eagles.
And that's how you wake up an offense from a slump, as Eagles take an early 1-0 lead, which brings up Adam McKnight.
Your first baseman, number 5, Adam McKnight.
One out. No runners on because that one left the park. I didn't even see the swing because I was arguing with Blancett too much. So I look up and everyone was just yelling, so I just assumed there was in the air somewhere. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Fielder at second, throws it to, oh my goodness, Deke at first. I'm going to say that's my guess.
And
So
now
2
up
outs.
the Eagles, the pitcher, number 6, Jackson Gamble.
Gamble to the plate with 2 outs.
After a quick start, McKnight grounds out there, so Gamble want to send this one the other way in the outfield, keep the momentum rolling.
Swinging a miss, strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. That's a hard hit ball to left field. It'll be just foul, though. 0-2. Just a little out in front of it.
I think that one was near getting out the park as well. Maybe it did, just foul. I couldn't see over there, but just was late and pulled it over there.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 Eagles lead. I mean, the Eagles are really aggressive at the plate. They're swinging first pitch every at bat right now. I mean, Vincent got out in 1 pitch. Cloud homered in 1 pitch. McKnight got out in 2 or 3. That one's up top. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Gamble. Swing and miss, strike 3. So Eagles get 1 in the bottom of the first after Caden Cloud hits a solo shot. We head to the second inning, 1-0, Eagles lead. Nash, Jeffis, Rhett Richardson, and Jackson Pickard due up in this top of the second. Eagles lead 1-0 after a solo shot from the Kentucky commit, Caden Cloud.
And leading off the top of the second for Har-Ber, number 19, Nash Jeffis.
Both pitchers threw only 8 pitches in that first inning. Gamble kicks it and fires. No balls, 1 strike. A 1 pitch from Gamble is upstairs, 1-1. 1-1. 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Jackson Gamble, and he just looks really comfortable on the mound right now.
Yeah, he's taking control of this game so far against these Har-Ber batters. Second strikeout of the game, like you said, and that off speed is looking well. He's really hitting it outside and making them reach for it.
That one swung and popped up right field. Jones, foul territory, can't make the catch. No balls, 1 strike. Gamble comes in this game with a 1.68 ERA. As good as you can ask for. I mean, it's pretty good as that one's lifted to right field. And Jones will make the catch for out number 2.
And that brings to the plate your left fielder, number 18, Jackson Pickard.
Jackson Pickard comes to the plate. No runners on, 2 outs. Call the ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded to first, McKnight fields it and steps on first for his first put out at first base.
And what I'm noticing is these Har-Ber batters are swinging at these early pitches. They're not grinding out the at-bats, and they just keep rolling over. They're not really getting his pitch count up or anything. So with the control he's taking over the game right now, you'd want to work his pitch count up and maybe have a chance of him getting pulled later in the game.
We head to the bottom of the second. Eagles still up 1-0. Yonkers at the plate to start off this bottom of the second. Eagles lead 1-0. Yonkers, Miller, and Nickel due up. Good to see Max Nickel in action at the plate. Good to have him back. First pitch to Yonkers. from Max Stewart is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Off speed left high, but swung on, fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch from Stewart. Swung on and lifted into the glove.
What a play.
Of fielder at second base.
And Yonkers got a good piece of that one, but second baseman jumped up and snagged that one out of the air. Great play.
Yeah, great catch there by Reed, fielder at second. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, 2-0. This might be the only at bat that Stewart's thrown two balls. This game's been going pretty fast. 3-0. First pitch, 3 balls, 1 strike. Three 1. Fouled off 3-2. Full count here for Cam Miller. Stewart. That one's upstairs. And that'll put a base runner on first for Max Nickel.
And that brings up for Nixa number 9, Max Nickel.
Why on scoreboards is they have ball 4 and strike 3 and out 3? What? Why on scoreboards is there ball 4, strike 3 and out 3? Good point. He's looking at me like he has no clue what he's talking about. Yeah.
Because on the electronics, like the software version, you have to put in this out 3 in order for it to switch to the
I don't doubt it. I'm just trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
Check back to first. And Miller is back safely. So Eagles have 1 runner on with 1 out. First base occupied by Miller after that walk. Hard hit ground ball into center. And then an error will be committed there. And to be honest, it wasn't a bad play by Cornelson. I just don't think fielder was ready for the pass there.
Yeah, it was a really athletic play, actually. Quickly sped over to middle of the infield and tried to flip it up, but like you said, just wasn't ready for it. And might go down as an error.
Cornelson had it in his glove, pitched it over to fielder, and fielder wasn't ready. He thought he was going to fire it to first because double play looked like it was out of question. But that's a reach out error now for the Eagles. So it's still only 1 hit for them, but they have 2 runners on with 1 out for Caleb Jones.
Lefty-righty matchup here, so he has the favor.
Bunt put down. Going to be a tough play. Stewart, step throw to first. In time, now advances runners to second and third for Parker Mann.
Now, man up. He's been battling these past 2 games, and these at-bats, he always gets to a full count, just can't seem to be able to get on base. So here, looking for a maybe ground ball up the middle, just anything. Try to put it in play and give your runners a chance to score, maybe even walk and just get yourself on base to get Vincent.
2 outs, runners at second and third. Mann steps out of the box. Mann can find his way on base. We flip the order back to Vincent here after this. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Safety.
0-1. Foul back. 0-2. And this is usually where man starts to get more discipline at the plate.
Yeah, because he starts throwing those off speeds, trying to get him to chase at the zone. And starts picking them up well.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Strike 3 called. Man didn't like that one, but that's how the inning will end. Sewer picks up his second strikeout of the day, and Eagles strand 2 heading to the third inning. 1-0 Eagles lead. Top of the third, 1-0 Eagles lead. They have 2 hits on the day. Reed Fielder, Max Stewart, and Murray Acuff do up in this top of the third. The bottom 3. No balls, 1 strike. Gamble steps off, doesn't like the ball.
How do you turn it on, Dalton?
You said push the power button. That's what I told him.
No. What's wrong with it? It's a fake battery. What do you do to fix the fake battery? Yes, it is.
1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Two and 1.
Yeah, push the batteries on and then push the on.
Three and 1.
Light should be, yeah, light should be blue.
Ball 4, up and runner at first.
Next up for the glove, number 14, Max Stewart.
So Max Stewart comes to the plate with 1 person on and no outs.
Push the little, just push the little button next to the blue light show up. The blue light should be on. Just baseball only. Break 2, take 2.
Dalton, are you telling him to push the button on the back of the battery?
Swing and miss, strike 1.
The only button that's on
On the front of the, tell him on the front of the battery.
the front of the battery, it'll turn the blue lights on. He said
The
okay.
tan thing.
Yeah. Right, that's so sad. Look at the tan thing on the receiver. Transmitter, on the transmitter.
Swung on, lifted to center field. Vincent moving in. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Other side.
1 down now.
He is forcing quick at bats and
Next up for Har-Ber, your catcher number 12.
helping his pitch count. He's only at 23 on the game. Same with the other pitcher on the other side for Har-Ber. I mean, they're getting quick outs, and I think you said it earlier, it's just making this game go by fast. And with that 1 home run already, that was really helpful for Nixa.
Runner goes. Grounded to second. Not going to be a chance for double play, so man will go to first for out number 2. So the hit and run was in play and almost worked, but man scooted on over for out number 2.
Did you get it? Are the lights on now? I have it. Good job.
Two outs, runner at second base. That one's downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yes. Is this his first event? What is this?
One ball, no strikes, 2 outs.
So bring the cameras back in here for the knock in the corner.
Foul back, 1-1. Runner in score position here for Har-Ber after that inning starting walk. Fielder at second.
Can you announce that concessions is closing at 5:30 at like exactly 5:15? So we have to get out of here like right at 5:30.
Right. Just announce it at 5:15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now to the 5:15 for a 5:30 closer.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you.
I thought you said that's 5:30. That's closing at 5:30.
Announce it at 5:15.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Into Brady Richards' grandfather. No, there's not 2 radios in here. There's a lot of people in here. 1-2 pitches lifted to left. Moving in his nickel, he loudly makes the call for the catch, and out number 3. Head to the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0.
Another quick inning for Gamble as well.
28 pitches for him thus far. Wyatt Vincent, Caden Cloud, and Adam McKnight due up in this bottom of the 3rd. Eagles lead 1-0 after a solo shot from Caden Cloud in the 1st inning. Looking to extend that lead here in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Vincent's upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded on the 3rd base line, and that will be a single at least for Vincent. He's going to head to second. Throw in from the cutoff man. He'll keep it in his glove. A leadoff double for Wyatt Vincent.
And now up for your
And that
Eagles,
looked like
shortstop
a,
number 3,
what may
Caden
look like an
Powell.
easy play for that third baseman. That was definitely a lot harder than it looked because that was bouncing quickly right towards him. And it just hopped over his glove there, and he missed it and allows Wyatt Vincent to get the double.
What we got, guys? Hitter and error. Hey, you still been broadcast. We didn't have any time.
Hit.
Jeff? Evan?
That's a hit. An average fielder is not making that play.
See, I think that's more of an error than the other one. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. High school music. Of course, it don't matter what she puts up there. It's not the official score anymore. Right.
Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Errors up there. So the parents are calling. Yeah.
One 0 pitch to Cloud. Strike one.
Take two. Hello.
Athletic is a
Yeah, I know. They came in here and told us.
athletic would be things like jumping, running. It's not really about playing.
Right,
To
right.
me.
I agree.
Wyatt.
You need Wyatt?
Oh, Wyatt's got a 35-inch vertical too. He can really jump.
Outside, 2 and 1.
He jumps high. What do you think? He runs a lot faster.
Just like
Quicker. Yours?
in between half innings.
16 inches. Could you touch him now?
I was like about high school. That's what I got up to.
High school.
Okay. I did the second loop. I was looking backwards. And then you there.
Just had to get a long man.
Yeah, I had a brand new one. A Rawlings one.
So
Lifted to center. Evans at the warning track makes the catch, and Vincent will tag to third.
Even though that's an out good piece there to center and
And next up for Nixa,
moves Vincent to
number
third,
5,
just
Adam
easier to
McKnight.
score. Now for Adam McKnight to swing him in. So what's an out? Like you said, Coach Hughes wants them to get out with purpose, and I think he got out with purpose right there.
So runner at third base, 90 feet away for Adam McKnight. He grounded out to second base his last time up.
it's close. He swings first pitch. He swings first pitch. If it's close, he's hacking. Every time. I like it though.
No balls, 1 strike.
No, that should have been set. This is stuff you notice. I'm serious. He does all this right. Tendencies, you gotta know it. Adam, that's a good question. I don't know. Strong kid.
Fouled back, 0-2. Now 2 strikes. This is where McKnight starts to choke up on the bat a little bit and get more.
And hit the ball with the good center of that barrel, send it back the other way, driving this runner. Number one thing on his mind, you can see him choking up.
No balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece.
He's getting him to chase that off speed. McKnight needs to look out for if he's going to set him up and gas him up here coming up soon.
He gets 3 hacks.
That's true, yeah. He's a hacker.
He is a hacker. I wouldn't throw him in stride. These next 2 pitches.
Upstairs, 1 and 2. You could see Acuff with his glove. I mean, he wanted that ball up.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's looking for it more with the chest of McKnight.
Yeah.
That's where he wanted him to swing, but just a little too much. Slow chopper, weird spin. Vincent won't move, but McKnight will reach on an error.
Yeah, and I watched that right off the hit, and I saw a weird spin going off on it, and then pitcher tries to glove it, and it just rolls away. And
Now coming to the plate for your
kind of an
Eagles,
awkward,
6,
unfortunate
Jackson
play
Gamble.
for the pitcher there, but
I mean, right when it hit the grass,
Yeah.
it just completely spun to a different
and,
direction.
I mean, Vincent was moving back and forth the third base line, didn't even know what to do.
Runners to the corners with 1 out. Gamble looking to score some runs here. I mean, this has also been a problem, I feel like. It's also been a problem, I feel like, for Nixa, just not being able to take advantage of runners. I mean, they had bases loaded, no outs in the Marshfield games. That one's grounded to short. Going to be a tough play. Crossbody throw. Out number 2, but a run scores. 2-0 now, Eagles.
And there, he takes advantage of the runners on base, rolls over, but still gets a score in for Wyatt Vincent, extends their lead, gets out, but good things come out of it.
I mean, and Vincent was halfway down the third baseline when the ball had barely hit the ground. And so whenever he has to use his backhand to get the ball, it's going to be hard to throw him out at home, so he has to go to first. There's no other place to go. That's why Vincent immediately sprints at home.
Yeah.
Just good baseball IQ there. So McKnight at second now with 2 outs. And last time Yonkers was up, he lined out to the second baseman, and what looked like would be a base hit. Reed Fielder over at second base, snagged it out of the air. So going to be a strike 1. Oh, 2.
Here just needs to get more disciplined. Choke up on the bat. Be ready. Be ready for an off speed that you might want him to chase. Or he might try to tie him up inside.
Strike 3 called, and that's how the inning will end.
And after 3 innings,
Head to the 4th, Eagles up 2-0.
Eagles 2. Off the top of the 4th. Number 21, Aiden Evans.
Now leading off for Har-Ber, number 21, Aiden Evans here. First pitch from Jackson Gamble of the inning is fouled off. I said Cantwell. We were just talking about him. He just broke the national record.
No, the leader. He's a national leader now.
Leader
I
now.
got it wrong, apparently. He's a leader, but I guess that was probably his first season or something. So, and he's something else. One after that ball. Aiden Evans struck out swinging his last time up. Inside 2-1.
It's 81 feet, 3.5 inches. Sorry, 1979.
2-2.
Can't believe we made our guy on Twitter quit.
Foul ball. mean, what looked like it was to be perfect.
Perfectly down the line, and then Hughes is yelling at him, wait, wait. All right, now.
Baseball's a weird sport.
Yeah, I mean, that could have went south for them. That thing could have stayed in and then would have let up a runner right there. But lucky for them, moves foul.
Lifted to her right. Jones comes in and makes the catch for act number 1.
And next up for the Glovers, number 9, Davis Dyack.
33, take 3.
Want to know. Chopper to short. Cloud. Can't make the play. And that'll be an error.
I think that was a mix of a little bit of an inaccurate throw and a hard play from Cloud and McKnight's first time at first base.
And next up for Har-Ber, your third baseman, number 25, Rhett Richardson.
So Rhett Richardson comes to the plate.
What I've noticed with these Har-Ber batters is they're just trying to hit the right field. I don't know if it is with Jones there, since he's been playing left field lately, but I've noticed a tendency of them hitting it over there. Whether it be the righties hitting it oppo or the lefties pulling.
There's actually Nash Jeffis at the plate here. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first base. Fouled off, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Check back to first, nothing doing there.
Obviously, Nixa's worried about his speed over there on first, so keeping tabs on him. If you, maybe batter's thinking if you can drive this one deep into the outfield, you can move him to third, possibly score.
Runner goes. Throw from Yonkers. And
He had a good jump there
safely, yeah.
on the steal. He had a big lead, and after the pitch and almost being picked off twice, he finally went off. And just a little bit of a short throw from Yonkers let him get safe.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Hard hit ball into center. Vincent makes the catch. Throw to second. Safe there.
Now up to bat for Har-Ber.
Great job there by Vincent to track that one down. Wright Richardson comes to the plate.
And a solid hit to center field. I think just a little bit more right or left. He's in the gap there and can move the runner over to score. Just unlucky there.
No balls, 1 strike. Time called.
Physically move your camera. Make it touch the ground.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Gamble steps off. Calls for Yonkers to come to the mound.
Sorry, go to gamble. Sorry, 2, go to gamble.
Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. You're gonna want to make sure you set this batter down and not give them a chance to cut your lead in half.
Good block by Yonkers. Check back to second. Cloud stops that one from going to the outfield.
Already 2, take 2. That's my shot. Thanks for that game, Zoe. Already 1. Back to 1.
Grounded to short. Cloud fires to first. Gets past McKnight. So that'll be another error in the field.
That's his second one. Already 2, take 2.
And that will make it 2-1.
And I think that's just
And now,
McKnight
glove
not
number 18, Jackson
playing
Pickard.
first base that much there. Got a bad hop, but wasn't able to pick it up in the dirt.
Two outs. 1 ball, no strikes. Hitting the left. Nickel makes the catch for out number 3. Har-Ber steals 1 without a hit. 2 errors in the field. Cuts the lead in half. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 is the score. I don't know what's going on. Miller, Nickel, and Jones due up. This bottom of the 4th, Eagles now only lead by 1 run, 2-1 after 2 errors in the field. Scores a run. First off-speed pitch is called strike 1.
I think Nixa here is to tack on a few more insurance runs here in this 4th inning after their lead getting cut in half last inning with that error. Just build some insurance so you can let up some runs and make some mistakes on the other end.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Thanks, Jeff. Good work, Jeff.
Thanks.
Fouled back. Count will stay 1-2. Lifted into center. Coming in to make the catch is Aiden Evans.
Good swing, just didn't get
And
enough
now
power
racing
behind
to
it for
left fielder, number 9,
Cameron
Max
Miller.
Wheeler.
Not anything I'd be mad about, though, at that at bat.
Nickel reached on errors last time up.
Nickel and Willard went 2 for 3. Had a really great game, and it was enough to give him a start today. Lots of speed. Pretty good player.
No balls, 1 strike. Inside, 1-1.
And with his speed, I mean, you see that gap in right center. If he can knock one over there, I mean, talking maybe triple. There's a ginormous gap there.
1-2. Two and two. Two-two pitch. Grounded up the middle. Cornelison throw to first in time for out number 2. That's where both of Nickel's hits have been.
Now up for the Eagles, number 13, Caleb Jones.
Now Caleb Jones comes up. He sacrificed bunt in his last time up.
Ready, one.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Swung on lift to the left. Pickett moves to his right and makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, heading to the 5th inning. Eagles holding on to a 1-run lead. Reed Felder, Max Stewart, Murray Acuff due up in the top of the 5th. Eagles holding on to a 1-run lead here. After Har-Ber responded, cut the lead in half after 2 errors in the field. First pitch from Gamble is called a strike. Hard hit ground ball into the glove of Mann. He'll fire it over to first for out number 1.
Now up for the Glovers, number 14, Max Stewart.
Break scoreboard off. Just realized that, sorry.
Max Stewart to the plate with 1 out.
Take one.
1 ball, no strikes. That one will fall for the first hit of the day for Har-Ber.
Good hit there into the gap. Gets their first hit of the day. Moves the runner to first, and now they can build off that for some momentum as they finally string one together.
Murray Acuff.
So Acuff to the plate with runner at first and 1 out. Eagles looking for something on the ground here. Low and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Two 2-0.
These Har-Ber batters are learning throughout the game. That outside pitch there, the off speed, was getting them to swing early in the first, second inning, but now they're laying off it, being more disciplined. There he does something he wasn't doing earlier, attacks him low and inside, and froze him there at the fastball. Just mixing up his pitches, trying to tunnel and set him up.
That one gets past Yonkers. Runner will advance to second. 3 balls, 1 strike. Thirty-one. 3-2.
Full count now. I think Gamble tries to speed him up.
Fouled off. We'll do it again.
These full counts is really just mind games, I feel like. It's like, is he going to get him to chase? And if he does try to get him to chase, is the batter just going to be swing happy, or is he going to be disciplined enough to let it go? because they're both kind of in panic mode trying to get the out.
Hitting the center field. Vincent trotting back. No tag. Jeez. What a throw from
What a
Vincent.
throw.
Now we're back to the top of the lineup for Har-Ber, number 11, Luke
I
Cornelison.
mean, maybe on someone else who would go with a cannon like that in center field. Would have been out.
Two outs. Runner at second. Eagles lead 2-1. One ball, no strikes. Fouled off, 1-1.
When one pitch is low and inside.
Two balls, one strike, two outs. Three one.
Keeps trying to get him with the off speed, but they're just not biting anymore.
Third base line, Miller can't field it. That'll score a run and tie the game up at 2. And an RBI double for Luke Cornelison.
This is what I was talking about, those insurance runs for Nixa. After them come their leading half, you seemed like they almost had to score just to make sure they were safe, but they didn't do anything in that inning on offense, and now they come out into the field, and Har-Ber's taking advantage, tying up the game.
So 2-2 now is the score with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Har-Ber's now scored in 2 consecutive innings. Strike one. Downstairs, 1-1. One and two.
Gamble needs to stop the bleeding, get a strikeout here, and get out of this one without letting up more than one.
1 ball, 2 strikeouts, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I mean, he also has 2 strikeouts. But grounded to third. Cloud will take it though. Crossbody throw. Out at first. That's how the inning ends. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Eagles tied 2-2.
Now to start off the bottom of the fifth, Parker Mann up the bat for the Eagles.
Eagles trying to regain that lead after they lost it in that top of the fifth. Bunt put down, high chopping bunt. No throw, and Mann gets a bunt single.
And that brings us back to the top of the lineup.
Perfect bunt from Mann. Like you said, high chopping, so it slowed down quickly right down the third base line, so no one's really close to it, and reaches first.
I'll bring up Wyatt Vincent runner at first and nobody out.
And right there with that lead-on hitter getting on base, they can start their own little rally now. Top of the order coming up.
So one runner on, no outs. Lots of speed over there at first for Parker Mann. Time called by Vincent. That gets past the catcher, and Mann will advance to second. A free base for Parker Mann, essentially. So
This is a dream scenario for the Eagles after the inning they just gave up on that run. Now the runner in scoring position already, 0 outs. Vincent's just got to hit this one in the gap in the outfield. They got to run.
it just goes back to what we talked about. I mean, got to take advantage of these opportunities. That one's lifted to left field. Left fielder moving. Pickett. That's going to drop in fair territory. Mann getting the wave home. Vincent gets the stop at second. And that's an RBI double for Wyatt Vincent. A good piece of hitting from the Missouri State Command.
Number 3, Caden Cloud.
His second double of the day, and in walks Caden Cloud. The runner in score position is 0 outs.
Good hit to left field. I say you just need to put one in the gap, but there it still gets his double and drives in Parker Mann.
Cloud touched all the bases on his first time to the play with a solo shot. And sacrifice fly to center field his second at bat.
Yeah, his first pitch sent it to left field.
So Cloud calls time. Vincent at second base with no outs. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. I will say, this home plate umpire's been pretty good today. Hasn't heard much from either side.
Indubitably.
They're going to intentionally walk Cloud here.
And with the intentional walk, that brings to the plate number 5, Adam McKnight.
Don't think that's what the...
And after what he's done so far, today obviously solo shot in the first inning. I mean, since the intentional walk, I mean, it sets up the double play opportunity to get some outs quickly. But, I mean, you don't bring up anyone that's easier to pitch against. I mean, Adam McKnight obviously Hasn't got a hit yet today, but he still has brings lots of power to the plate and can change the score of this game quickly.
I bring up McKnight to the plate. He's in a little bit of offensive slump, it seems. He started the season, I think, 2 or 3 home runs. An intentional walk to Cloud. I don't think I've seen that this year. I've seen it a couple times. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Way outside there. But pitcher can't shy away from these batters here. I mean, you got 2 on with 0 outs. You can't just be pitching scared. You got to attack the batter and try to get these outs.
Lots of yard cards being used right now. The whole team actually is using a yard card right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. One, two.
Here he's got the momentum behind him. Just got to put bats of ball on a pitcher that's obviously looking scared up there.
One, two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So when that goes down on strikes, that'll bring up Tyler Yonkers.
The thing about that, the thing about that is that, I mean, they already have 2 on, but 0 outs. So just keep the line moving. McKnight gets set down on strikes, but next batter needs to come up and do their job and try to bring in these 2 runners. Can't leave them stranded.
You're avoiding anything on the ground here unless it goes through the infield.
Smoked one up the middle. Would be best case scenario if it did go on the ground.
Swung on, popped up, out of play. No balls, 1 strike.
Right on the ooze, I think it hit a car.
Yeah, sound like a little damage done.
No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes. That's a fair. Oh, no. That looks fair to me.
You could just skip foul at the end.
0-2 as Vincent went on the run there. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Oh, 2 pitch to Gamble. Strike 3.
It's looking like they're not really swinging to make contact. They're just swinging for the fences. Fences. They're Gamble and McKnight, both hard swings, but just miss. I think Yonkers here just got to focus on getting one to the outfield and putting it in play.
Two out pitch to Yonkers. Catcher's going to come out here and talk it over with pitcher. As they're now 1 out away, trying to get out of this jam. At one point, they had 2 runners on with 0 outs, and now they have 2 runners on with 2 outs. With the 5-hole Tyler Yonkers at the plate.
Yeah, and the pitcher's taking command and gotten some quick outs, but now if he can get the 3rd one and leave these 2 stranded, it'd be a missed opportunity for Nixa to extend their lead even more. A line drive base hit, even in the outfield for Yonkers here, I think could score Vincent.
Foul territory popped up, and it'll go out of play. Hard hit ground ball into the glove of Cornelson at short, and he'll step on the second base bag for out number 3. 3-2 Eagles lead after a steal run in the bottom of the 5th, going to the 6th inning.
Nixa.
Davis, Dyack, Nash, Jeffus, and Rhett Richardson due up in this top of the 6th. Eagles lead 3-2. 5 hits to Har-Ber's 2 right now. Nixa also has 2 errors in the field.
Nixa infield playing deep.
One hit to Cloud. Crossbody throw. And McKnight takes a hard fall there.
I can't put you on.
So he tried to get the tag off in the air.
32 to 2. Get to the tag again. He's fine.
And walking it off here.
Yeah, follow Gamble back to them.
So, okay, that was a hit there.
Jeffus.
So an infield single for Dyack, and
Take one.
I mean,
Nash Jeffus comes to the plate.
that was a great effort for McKnight, though, to get kind of an off throw and almost tag him mid-air. I almost thought he almost got him in air, but the foot might have been on the bag first.
2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first. 3-0. Check back to first. And thrown to the outfield. Runner in score position now, 3-0 count.
And a lot of the runners on base they've moved or gotten have just been from errors from Nixa. That's another one, or just miscues that they could easily have outs, but they're just letting them go.
Three one. Full count. Good block by Tyler Yonkers. Keep runner at second.
Gamble has run that pitch count up to at 73 now. I think you can see the stamina draining on the mound. Looking a bit tired.
Full count. Upstairs. Put runner at first and second now with 0 outs. I mean, not the worst thing ever. You said double play.
And that brings to the plate your third baseman for Har-Ber, number 25, Rhett Richardson.
Rhett Richardson will line out and reach on error for him today. He's usually come out here and have a quick chat with Gamble. No arm movement in Eagles bullpen. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back. Runners at first and second, 0 outs. Gamble. Bunt shown. 1 ball, no strikes. Strike 1. Swung on lift to the right field. Going to be a tough play. And it'll drop. That'll score 1. No, maybe not. They're going to hold it. Now they have a double. 2 runners at third base now. Now they're going to have to run 1 back. And now 1 runner will be out. So runners at second and third as Jones did a good job in right field to track that down. So poor base running by Har-Ber.
And that miscue can be huge because they're going to score right there and tie the game up, and they had runners on second and third, and there would have been 0 outs, but now they have an out.
And now that brings to the plate for
And
Har-Ber,
if Gamble
number
can
18,
get out of
Jackson
this
Pickard.
inning, that'll be impressive considering what he could have been in.
So what could have been bases loaded and no outs is now runners at second and third with 1 out. For that base running miscue. Look for something on the left side of the infield to where they can chase down that third base runner, make sure he doesn't go. Swing and a miss, strike 1. But, I mean, Caleb Jones out there, he barehanded the ball. I mean, it bounced over him. He barehanded it, threw it in immediately, and
It made the runners get held up.
they wouldn't have scored even if they wanted to there. One ball, 2 strikes. As Richard flinches a little bit there. The baseball flying at him. There's a net there, so I think 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, what that tells you, though, is he's getting a good swing in there. Just needs to get the right part of the barrel on the ball. Another one. Same exact thing.
Did you flinch that
Just
time?
missed it.
I didn't look at you.
We're 2-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, runners at second and third. Strike 3. A huge strikeout there. Strikeout number 3 for Gamble.
And he's one step closer to getting himself out of this jam. Expect him to maybe try to tie him up here and make him roll over so they can get out of this
Now
one.
up to bat for Har-Ber,
Just
number
a ground out.
3, Felder.
Felder, a walk and a ground out for him today. Outside 1-0. One 1. One, 2.
Batter here just needs to be disciplined. Got to be good at situational batting. You got a chance to score here. Take advantage.
Gamble looking to get himself out of this jam and look for his 4th strikeout of the day. Got it. Gamble's pumped up. Har-Ber strands 2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Eagles lead.
Now leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Eagles, number 12, Cameron Miller, the third baseman. First pitch is swung on and fouled over right, and it will be out of play.
What are we doing here? No balls, one strike for Cam Miller. Stewart's still on the mound. He's at 64 pitches right now.
And I said this earlier, but insurance, Eagles got to capitalize here. Har-Ber just missed an opportunity, and now they can capitalize off that.
Swing and a miss, strike two. Good cut, just barely missed it. Swing and a miss, strike three. Fastball up high. 1 up.
And now up for the Eagles, number 9, Max Nickel.
Now Nickel comes up. Reach on air and a ground out for him.
I think Miller just in that at-bat too impatient, just looked up, and I think he swung on almost every pitch, and just can't have that. And if you're going to do it, at least hit it like that.
And another hard hit ball into center, but this one finally gets through as Nickel gets his first base hit of the day.
And next up for the Nixa Eagles, number 13, Caleb Jones.
Bunt shown and pulled back. 1-0.
Almost hit him there.
That one gets past the first baseman on the pickoff. Nickel will stop at second.
That was in scoring position. Jones needs to drive him in. Right field, still a huge gap there.
Bunt shown, and that will hit Caleb Jones. He'll take first base.
And now up for Nixa, number 1, Parker Mann.
Out of the plate, Parker Mann. He singled on a bunt his last time up.
May try to do the same thing here with only 1 out. Just move the runners.
1 out, runners at first and second. Bunt put down, third base line. Throw to first in time, but runners will advance. And that'll flip back to top of the order. Wyatt Vincent.
After the sack bunt by Mann, that brings us to the top of the lineup at number 7, Wyatt Vincent.
And now that they don't have the... Or never mind. I was going to say fear of the double play, but I didn't realize that was their second out.
2 outs, runners at second and third for Wyatt Vincent. An RBI double his last time up. Time called. This is the last chance for the Eagles to add any insurance before heading to the 7th. As they would like to tack on some more runs, because even a 1-run lead doesn't feel too safe in this game, because Har-Ber's not going to go away easy. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1-1.
He can drive this one up the middle. It's going to be hard to get to because infielders are, there's a big gap in there between second and short.
2-1. Some movement in the Har-Ber bullpen. And some as well in the Eagles. (3-1). On deck, Caden Cloud. He was intentionally walked his last time up. Full count.
Where Wyatt Vincent's got to be confident in himself. If he's going to swing, make sure to drive it the other way.
Ball 4. That'll load the bases for Caden Cloud.
I don't think they can intentional walk him this time,
And that
too.
brings to the plate for the Eagles, your shortstop number 3, Caden Cloud.
Take 2.
They could pull what the Arizona Diamondbacks did. It's Barry Bonds. They intentionally walked Barry Bonds with the bases loaded because they were so scared of him hitting a grand slam. That just shows how dominant of a hitter he was. I don't think they're going to do that here with Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud. He's had some good pieces this game. Obviously, the first one was a home run, so you could see why they're scared of a possible grand slam.
We're going to step aside as they talk it over. 2 outs. When we get back, bases loaded.
And we're back, 2 outs. Up to the bat is Caden Cloud. 0-0 count.
So Nickel at third. Second is Jones, and first is Vincent. 2-out pitch to Cloud. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Cloud's got to be smart here. Can't be swinging at anything in the dirt.
Fouled off, 1-1. Pitcher steps off. So 1-1 count here for Cloud. Got a little under that last one. Inside 2-1.
He's trying to paint the corners here, not give him anything to hit, but how late he is into the game, how many pitches he's throwing, he's just not able to hit the spot.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cloud liked that one. Time called as Acuff's going to talk it over with Stewart on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded.
And what Cloud needs to remember here is that a walk here is still a run. He doesn't necessarily have to get a hit, so just focus up. Only really swing at something you know you're going to make contact with or something you like.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3. We head to the 7th. Eagles lead by 1.
Score Nixa 3.
Eight, 9, and 1 due up in this top of the 7th. Eagles need 3 outs to win it and break this 2-game losing streak. 3-2 is the score. Game on the mound. Here's his 87th pitch of the day. Fouled back, no balls, 1 strike.
That one was 86 on the radar gun, so he's bringing the heat there on the first pitch. And he got a good piece of it. Just couldn't get the right part of the barrel.
0-1 pitch. 1-1. Two and 1. Three and 1.
He's found the strike zone here. I know he's getting a bit tired now at 90, but this is where they need him.
And that's a walk. Second walk of the day. Gonna bring up Murray Acuff.
And
The 9-hole.
For Har-Ber, number 12, Murray Acuff. And we got a pinch hitter in, number 8, Lane Van Hilsen.
Runner at first after that leadoff walk. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. One and 1.
I'd be surprised if maybe he tries to take second here, down by 1, and possibly their last chance, or it is their last chance to come back into this one.
2-1. Trying to locate that outside corner right now. Just can't find its way in there.
And it's his fatigue catching up to him. He's done so well this game.
Terry Mignette in the bullpen. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Strike 3, got him. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Jackson Gamble. Let me reset the order back to the top.
Brings us to the top of the lineup for Har-Ber, number 11, Luke Cornelison.
Luke Cornelison comes to the plate.
The good thing about that, you struck him out, get your first out, but now it brings up the top of the order, so Gamble's got to be a little bit more careful here, but he does have the double play opportunity, which can't end the game. So maybe try to tie him up inside and get him to roll over and get out of this one.
Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. We have a mound visit here. No signal to the bullpen here yet. I think Hughes just stalled some time to get Mignette ready in case they have to use them.
Yeah, and if he does stay in the game, Gamble, he just needs to focus on staying ahead in the count. As you can't let them get confident in this sort of situation and think they're controlling you, and you have to stay ahead, stay in control, and go out and win this game. Almost at 100 pitches.
Gamble at 97 pitches right now, so his day could almost come to an end. He can only throw 105.
8 pitches to get 2 outs.
In the first inning, he got 3 outs with 8 pitches, so he can definitely do it. 1 ball, no strikes. Called strike 1. I mean, that's where he's trying to locate the past couple at bats.
Yeah, couldn't get it, but there, paints it perfectly on the corner.
Good job by Yonkers there to find the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes. Grounded to Cloud. No play at second. He'll have to go to first. Pass McKnight. Runner's not at the corners. It's like we talked about. McKnight still trying to adjust being at first base.
Yeah, I think if that's Miller, Gamble's pitching, but if that's him there, maybe he gets that one. But McKnight adjusting from right field to first base.
1 out, so probably the last at-bat of the day for Jackson Gamble. One out, runners at the corners. Tying run, 90 feet away at third. Bunt shown. That'll load the bases. And Gamble's starting to think that I thought the same thing he did. I thought his bat was still out. But that will load the bases with 1 out.
Har-Ber, number 9, Davis Dyack.
So force out everywhere, so you're looking for a ground ball so you can get double players sitting at home if you need to.
100 pitches on the day. And Hughes is going to take the ball away from Gamble.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision here. You're only 5 pitches away. You're going to have to pull them at some point after what Har-Ber's been able to do these past couple at-bats. Had a good game, let him go and rest, and have Mignette come in and try to clean this one up and get him the win.
Oh, no. They're going to keep him in here.
I saw Mignette running over like he was going in too.
So we're going to keep Gamble out there for 5 more pitches. Mignette's going to head back to the bullpen as he started to jog, but I guess there was no signal, so. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tying run 90 feet away at third. Lead taking run at second. Huge at bat here. Strike one.
Way to get us started. Get out ahead early, set the tone. Show that he's not afraid of the batter. Only 4 pitches left.
He can finish it at bat if he goes over 105, but anything after that, he's done. No balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 87.
He's been gassing him up there. 2 pitches now. I think maybe he tries to go that off speed. He's been trying to locate all day, get him to chase.
Just got to make sure
Mess
you
with
don't
his
get
timing.
it past Yonkers here. No balls, 2 strikes. Gamble has 5 strikeouts on the day. Kicks and fires. Outside, 1 and 2.
Good job, Yonkers, to not let that one get past him. That was a heater outside.
Hit 90.
90 on the radar gun. He's able to keep control. I mean, it's surprising he's still throwing heat like that. I mean, that's the fastest one I've seen on that gun all day. He's at his 103rd pitch.
Grounded to man. The turn. No throw to first, and that will tie the game. So now the lead taking run is at third. 3-3's the score here.
And that brings to the plate for Har-Ber, number 19, Nash Jeffers.
Jeffers comes up, strikeout, line out, and a walk for him today. Leading run at third. 2 outs. The dirt 1-0. Two and 0. Three balls, no strikes.
I mean, with the runner off second walking here, when for the scoring, it loads the bases again, and a nightmare for Nixa.
Got a 4-pitch walk, and that will load the bases. So Gamble's day will come to an end. 108 pitches for him. 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 total runs. And now Tanner Mignette will come in for relief.
Coming to the plate.
As here comes Coach Hughes. So that'll be the day for Jackson Gamble. He'll get a nice ovation. A really good outing from him. And we'll head to a break. Be right back. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mignette trying to get out of this jam and get the bats in the hands of the Eagles. This game's all tied up at 3. First pitch from Mignette's low. Time immediately called by Yonkers. So there must have been some confusions about signs.
I think that ground ball to Parker Man was really a missed opportunity there. It looked like he just kind of waited for it and allowed the runner to get so close to first they can only get 1 out. And I think they missed the chance to win the game there.
2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. Mignette. In the dirt, 2-0. Fouled off, 2-1. Richardson line out, reach on air, and a single for him today. Looking to break the tie here. Hard hit ground ball to Cloud. He'll pitch it over to Mann, and it's in and out of the glove of Parker Mann. And Har-Ber will take the lead.
And now up for Har-Ber, number 18, Jackson Pickard.
I mean, what should have been a routine play for Man just bobbles it, and
I don't know.
that was getting out of the inning.
I don't know if it was it came faster than he thought at him and they lost in the sun or what. And that one's hard hitting to right center. Vincent will track it down for out number 3, but Har-Ber takes the lead. Eagles need 1 to stay alive.
Now leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Eagles, Adam McKnight.
McKnight, Gamble, and Yonkers due up. They need 1 to stay alive, 2 to win it.
After that disaster inning.
First pitch, McKnight sees he grounds to third, and that's out number 1.
And now up for Nixa, number 6, Jackson Gamble.
Gamble now still batting, even after throwing that many pitches, so we'll see if that affects him here. But Nix has got to, I mean, they have to score 1 at least. They can score 2 to win, which is ideal, but need 1.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
What they can't do is just go swinging for the fences, trying to get all that in one swing. They need to string together some hits, get some runners on base, and deal with it from there.
Oof. Oof. Caught the umpire right there. No balls, 2 strikes for Jackson Gamble.
Got to be disciplined.
Down third base line, it will find its way into left field for a single. Gamble around the base and stop there to bring up Tyler Yonkers with 1 out and runner at first.
Yeah, big hit from Gamble, get a runner on base, so now they can, if someone they can try to go and score, but Yonkers can't roll over here. No double play.
That one's upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Called strike 1-1. Like you mentioned, they just don't want anything on the ground here. Give no chance of a double play. Fouled back, 1-2.
Just want to put it in play, give it a chance, give the ball a chance. Don't want to strike out.
Step off here. Gamble at first, Yonkers at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. So another mound visit. Carter Mabel come in to pinch run for Jackson Gamble.
Runner in the game, number 23, Carter Mabe.
Runner goes. They're down to second, way off. That's going to find its way in the outfield, but second baseman backs it up. And they're going to call the game. Mabes called out for interference.
And with the interference call on the base paths, we got the final score here tonight. Har-Ber Glovers 4, Nixa Eagles 3.
Yonkers stepped in the way of the catcher on the throw after striking out. And the Eagles fall once again. 3 in a row. The first 3-game losing streak since the beginning of last season, where they fell 3 games in a row in California to start the season 0-3, in which they ended up losing to Glendale, make it 0-4. But Eagles will be back next week against Carthage on the road. And it's going to be a good one there. Aiden Hawkins for my partner Brady Richard. Eagles fall 4-3.